So now we're going to talk about something called absolute value. Absolute value is like a mathematical operation. It's something that's often used in mathematical definitions. And absolute value, I'm going to describe what it means first. So absolute value has a specific definition. And it is the distance from zero. How far is a number from zero? That's what absolute value means. And drawing a number line can help you visualize it. So if you envision zero here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other way we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Right? So the negatives mirror the positives, right? The opposites, they're on the opposite side of zero. So the symbol for absolute value is two straight vertical bars. They're actually a grouping symbol, like what we've talked about before, like parentheses and brackets. Absolute value is a grouping symbol as well. So it's two vertical bars, and we put the number between it. So you could say this. I could ask you to evaluate it. Find the value of the absolute value of 2, which means how far is 2 from 0? Well, it's 2 places. So the absolute value of 2 equals 2. I could ask you the absolute value of -3. Right? So we put the two vertical bars, means take the absolute value of -3. Well, where's -3? It's over here. And how far is it from 0? 1, 2, 3. The absolute value of -3 is 3. Basically, the direction doesn't matter. That's what we're saying. The direction that our number is from 0 doesn't matter. What matters is how far it is from 0. So that's going to be the key to thinking about absolute value. Now, absolute value can also come into play within other operations. So you could have a negative on the outside of an absolute value, like this. Negative absolute value of 4. Now, this is a spot where you might want to pause and think about it first. I'll keep going. So absolute value is like a mathematical operation, like I said, and there's something to do, right? There's something to do here. Take the absolute value of 4, which we just said was 4. But the negative is on the outside, so it kind of comes along for the ride. So we say that this would have a value of -4. Well, what if we have this? Negative absolute value, -7. So again, we're grouping this thing together, the absolute value with the -7 inside. We evaluate it. We say that that would have a value of 7, but there's still a negative on the outside that comes along for the ride, right? So we can't just take the opposite of -7 because we had to take its absolute value first. One more thing you could possibly see is the absolute value of 3 plus 2, right? So there's an operation inside, and then you take the absolute value of that. And you would do the inside first, which is 5, and the absolute value of 5 is 5. So absolute value can occur within the context of a bigger problem. But always go back to the definition. It's the distance from 0. And also keep in mind that it is a grouping symbol, right? It can also group parts of a problem together.